What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Three-Man Broadcast here. I'm your host, Paintball Falcon, and today I got a very interesting story I want to discuss with you guys. I'm going to do something a little different, and this won't be any discussion about a gameplay or anything like that, but hopefully you guys enjoy the gameplay that you are looking at right now, and I'm going to explain to you guys a very special story that I want you all to be aware of, because it kind of screwed me over as far as filming goes. So let me go ahead and tell you guys how this all happened. So those of you might be wondering, you know, when am I gonna do more Dragon Ball Z videos or any more Naruto what if battles, anything like that. This should clear all that up. So I want to start and go ahead and tell you guys I was on this app called Meet Me. Don't ask me why. I get bored, you know, get normal guy stuff. You know, you just download something like that just to pass the time with. And you know, I saw that this girl on there had wanted to hang out with somebody, and then I saw that she was fairly close to me. So I was like, oh, I guess I can answer to her and say I will. So I answered, and I was like, hey, I'll hang out with you. You know, I'm not doing anything, she's not doing anything, so why not, you know, give myself something to do. Normal. And you know, as far as I'm concerned, the profile is real. It looks, everything on there looks legit. So I'm assuming, yeah, this is a girl. So I'm talking, and then, you know, she asked me if I smoke weed, and I'm like, no, I don't smoke weed, but I mean, if you want to hang out, I'll hang out with you still. And she's like, well, can you get me some money? And I'm like, no, I don't have any money to give you. And I'm just thinking to myself, why would I offer some stranger money if I don't even, you know, I don't even know this person. But anyways, continuing, so the next day I said, and she wanted me to come hang out with her at night, and it was too late for me to leave my house. So the next morning she messaged me and she was like, hey, and I was like, hey, you still want to hang out? And she was like, yeah, I'm still down. And she was still asking me about weed and how she can get money, and I'm just like, do you really want weed that bad? Like, you can't hang out without you doing all this stuff? And she was like, no, okay, I'm gonna see you later then, since you don't want to do that. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I was like, well, can we do something other than, you know, so you smoking? I was like, I'll hang out with you. I'm not gonna smoke with you, but I'll hang out with you while you smoke or something. So, you know, I proceed to go ahead and try to, I get through to her quote unquote, to go ahead and do so. So we are talking about hanging out and whatnot, and then she just randomly brings up, hey, do you have an Xbox One or PS4? And I was like, no, I have an Xbox 360 though. And she was like, cool, what games do you have? And I was like, naming all the games that I had. And then she was like, well, you should bring that to my house, and you know, basically go ahead and let's play all together. And I was like, okay, fine, that sounds like a good idea. Now, before you guys say, why would you bring your Xbox to a stranger's house, before that had even happened, I was thinking to myself, on a legit level, I was thinking, if this was an Xbox One or PS4, this console would not be moving anywhere. I would leave this console in this house no matter what. The only reason I would ever take an Xbox One out of this house to another person's house is if it was one of my close friends who I knew for a couple years and I knew I could trust them. But other than that, that Xbox One would not be going anywhere. The only reason I even considered taking the Xbox 360 out was because I had it for a long time and I was really starting not to play it, and it'd be like 3 weeks before I decided to play it again, and I really didn't have any games for it. So that's one of the other reasons I didn't care to take my Xbox out. So I pack up my Xbox, I pack up all 3 of my controllers, I pack up 3 games, those games being Halo 3, Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast 2, and Naruto Ultimate Ninja 3. Ninja Storm 3, my bad. And I put those in a book bag. I put all 3 of my controllers in there. I had my wireless adapter. I had batteries for the controllers, a battery charger I put in there. So pretty much the whole 9 yards. I pretty much took almost everything I had. So I pack everything up, put it in my car, and she tells me, hey, my sister's boyfriend will meet you at the mall. So I'm like, okay. I'm assuming she's gonna be with him or something like that, and we're all gonna go back to her house and have a good time. So I proceed to head up to the mall, and I get to the mall. The guy's not there. She was telling me that he should be up there already, and he's waiting for me. I get up there, the guy calls, and he's like, oh, she lied to you. I'm not there yet. I'm on the way. I live like 15 minutes away from the mall. So I'm like, okay, I'll give this guy 15 minutes. And then, so sure enough, he shows up. And I get out of my car, I take the book bag with me, and I hop in his car, put the book bag in the back seat. And I asked him, they said, I was like, you know, why can't I drive my own car to her house? They were telling me I can't take my car to their house, to their neighborhood, because they live in a gated community and they won't let my car through the gate. So, me knowing that, once I got in the guy's car, I asked him, what exactly, I was like, so if I can't get my car through there, how are you getting yours through there? And then he said he was friends of family, so they'll let him in. Which, I don't know why I couldn't say that. So, I mean, yeah, that was something that was really sketchy. And the whole time before he even got to come, before he even came to pick me up, I'm thinking, this is really sketchy. Like, I don't even know who's coming to get me. I don't know what this guy looks like. And I was praying that he was white. Honestly, I was just praying that this guy was a white guy. Because I feel like I could trust a white guy a lot faster than I could trust some random black person. I mean, that's just how I feel. I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but I'm just saying, I'm black myself, but I'm just saying I can't. Even you guys can see I can't even trust my. That's what I'm saying. I know how black people are, so that's why I'm saying this. But there was one, like while I was sitting there waiting for the guy to pick me up, I was thinking to myself as well. I was, for some reason, the scene from Captain America 2 where he was in the elevator and he wasn't sure about the people in there. He was like, I wonder are these people who they really say they are? And he's like, if anybody wants to get out, they need to say so now. And everybody just turns and starts trying to kill Captain America. So that's how I felt. I was just thinking, what if this guy's really not who he says he is? And while I'm in this guy's car, I'm just like, I want to say something like, are we really about to go to this girl's house? Like, what do you know about these girls? Like, how are they? What kind of girls are they? Like, but I was like, I don't know why I didn't speak up and say anything. So we go over to the gas station across the street from the mall, and then he asked me, he was like, so she told me you had $10 for me for gas, and I was like, reluctantly saying, I was like, yeah, sure. And that was the $10 I was going to use to hang out with my one of my best friends for his birthday the next day. And I was just like, seriously, this is my last $10, that's all I have. So after we leave from him getting gas, he calls up someone. It was someone, it was not that girl. And he was like, hey, we're on the way. So the person tells him something and he's like, I can't because I'm not old enough. And I'm just like, what the hell? So once he gets off the phone, he tells me we got to go to the gas station again to get us some cigars. And I was like, he asked me how old I was, and I was like, I'm 19. I was like, how old are you? And he's like, I'm 17. And I was like, how old do you have to be to get cigars? And he's like, you have to be 19. And once we get to the gas station, he pulls out 75 cents exactly. Now, what really just rung a bell in my head was, for someone who's not old enough to buy cigars, he knows exactly how much these things are. Like, exactly. So I go in, I get out of his car once we get to the gas station. I walk inside the gas station. I purchase a cigar. I come out, the man is gone. At first, I'm thinking, I'm looking around like that. I made eye contact when I got out, and I looked at this one guy, and he kind of like looked at me. He looked back at me, and I was like looking confused, and I think he knew I was confused, but he didn't say anything. So I walk around the gas station, and I'm looking around for the other guy who drove me there, and I was like, surely he just went to get something to eat or something, you know? Surely, there's no way he just left me. So I look in the Wendy's parking lot across the street from me. I look in this other restaurant's parking lot, and this other just random parking lot. And I'm like, I don't see this dude's car at all. So I call the guy, and I'm like, hey, where are you? I call the guy. The phone rings, and it goes to voicemail. At that point, I realized, I was like, no, I know he did not just jack me on my Xbox. Seriously. So that being said, that's pretty much what happened. He jacked my Xbox. So I have no Xbox, no way of playing any kind of video game. So if you guys have any comments on what you guys would have done in my situation, let me know in the comment section below, because I mean, I was like, my conscience, honestly, before I left my house that day, my conscience was telling me I shouldn't do that. I mean, my conscience was honestly just saying, don't go, you should just stay home. And there was a bunch of different scenarios running through my head of what could possibly happen. And I don't know why I didn't listen to my conscience. Usually I have good judgment, and I just didn't listen to it on this one. So if those of you who feel for me, then please let me know in the comment section below. Because I'm thinking, you know, as far as I know, I'm talking to the girl. You know, I'm actually speaking to this girl. You know, yes, I just met the girl a day ago. The next day, the very next day, I'm trying to go hang out with her. I was just, you know, I like meeting new people. You know, I'm one of those people. I just like meeting new people. The girls or guys, it doesn't matter to me. And no, I was not looking to get laid or anything. I honestly just thought we were going to go to their house and play Xbox, just like normal people do. And sure enough, it was a whole setup. And, you know, I couldn't call the cops or anything because I got in his car, put my stuff in his car, so they wouldn't help me. So thanks for watching this video. If you guys have anything you want to say, then please leave it in the comment section below. If you have any thoughts you want to leave, also tell me in the comment section below. Rate that thumbs up button, and also subscribe to our videos, because we are trying to grow. You know, as you guys know, we are trying to grow as much as possible. And we like to see our subscribers just continue to go up from here. And on that note, this has been your broadcast.